As autumn gives way to winter, brothers Chris and Casey Keefer are drawn to the wild places on a live-to-hunt, hunt-to-live mission, dropped with very little to rely on but each other. Each new season brings with it a new arena and new challenges. Together, the Keefer brothers have faced angry predators, extreme hunger, impassable terrain, and volatile, shifting weather patterns. They've explored hundreds of miles of desolate mountain ranges, unsettled tundras, raging rivers, and the unpredictable perils of territories where few are willing to go. All for the love of the hunt, to test themselves, to test each other, not to prove anything to anyone, but to feed the fire inside. This is Dropped.
Amazing grace, what sweet sight. See her dressed in white. I once was lost, but now I'm found through her amazing grace and a soft cotton lace.
Northern Saskatchewan, the land of living skies. Landlocked and sparsely populated, this diverse province has a reputation of being equal parts beautiful and brutal. The grasslands of southern and central Saskatchewan surrender to the thick boreal forests of the north, where black bears, wolves, and moose patrol towering thickets of spruce and pine. This is where the Keefer brothers will carve out a living for the next 30 days. With a change in arena comes a change in the rules. The brothers have access to thousands of acres of Canadian wilderness by way of a remote lake. They've been afforded a motorized fishing boat, just big enough to transport their gear and a limited supply of fuel reserves. For the duration of their journey, this boat will be their lifeline, allowing them to search for the lake trout, northern pike, and walleye that soar through the depths beneath them, while providing the opportunity to scout and hunt the vast expanses of the game-rich northern timber. The Keefer brothers hold tags for a moose and a black bear, but a tag is far from a guarantee. It's mid-September, and autumn in Saskatchewan has abruptly begun to forfeit to the wicked ways of winter. The Keefer brothers are making strides in their quest to understand the ups and downs of this tract of land. But their mission to locate big game has yet to bear fruit. The cold waters of a remote lake have been their lifeline, allowing access to new hunting grounds and their only source of food. While the calories from a fireside meal are welcome, hunting red meat remains front of mind. The brothers have spent every waking moment exploring new ground in an effort to shift the odds to their favor. Each new day is a new opportunity to put miles behind them and big game in front.
Washed in the water and pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Looks can be deceiving, huh?
Yeah, so much for headed that direction. That is a massive storm system coming in.
That's not really gonna work. We're going right into the belly of the beast there.
Today's plan is to head south to cover ground, but Mother Nature has a plan of her own. A storm is moving in quickly. The threat of getting stranded away from base camp is a risk they must take seriously.
So just after we go through the chute, there's that bay right there on the left-hand side that looks promising.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you want to drop me in that bay, I mean, if we can even make it down there with this thing coming in, but if you want to drop me in that bay, I wouldn't mind kind of walking in there a little bit and just looking around the muskeg, moose sign, whatever.
Okay.
And give it a go, and then maybe you boogie back down to the rock.
I really liked what that area looked like, and there's so many berries all through there. I might take the boomstick with me, take the gun, go up and sit on that rock and just post up for 4 or 5 hours and just watch. I can see so much countryside, you know, and just glass it. And something steps out, I can hopefully get a shot at it. So, well, right now we got nothing but time on our hands, and there's a giant storm between us and what we want to do, so there's no reason to go any further until that blows off.
Yeah, let's just sit and wait.
Chris and Casey decide to wait for the storm to change course before they make any big moves. They'll split up to increase their chances. Casey's headed to a promising stretch in search of moose sign, while Chris heads to the rocks to benefit from a rare rise in elevation.
Here we go. On shore, ready to rock and roll. I'll see ya. So yeah, I'm just, basically the plan is I'm gonna head up, kind of hug this hillside, try to get up on top, glass down in there, see what I can see. I gotta start finding some moose signs sometime. So, start peeling my stuff, get my pack on here. Get up in there. It looks like it should be a lot of muskeg, like down in the bottom almost, in this bay. So, we'll see.
The storm front has passed, clearing the way for the Keefer brothers to make it to the south end of the lake. The brothers have split up, a situation they usually try to avoid. While Casey explores a promising new area in search of moose sign, Chris takes the rifle back to the rocky outcropping to gain a valuable vantage point. He dons blaze orange to stay within the rules of Saskatchewan law and carries a Winchester 270 short mag for its long-distance accuracy and big game knockdown power. This tool gives Chris a decided advantage, but leaves Casey with nothing but stick and string to hunt moose and ward off the bears that are looking for a late autumn meal of their own.
Sound for a long ways up here. It's one of the things I like about getting elevation like this is when you can actually get up and get out of that bush, find yourself some elevation. Your calls are just gonna carry that much further. You know, the hearing ability of a moose is just incredible. When you think about it, their ears are, their ears are the size of this moose call right here. And then they've got those big paddles, those big shovels. And that's what they're designed for. They're designed to catch that sound and funnel it down to their ears. So we're just gonna sit up here this evening. We're just gonna keep calling. You know, I've been trying to look for some sign down in there, looking for moose rakes and stuff like that. Telltale giveaway signs that there's moose in here and potentially moose in here rutting. But haven't been able to see anything from a distance, and I just don't want to go gangbusting in there. I'd rather sit back and do some calling. So this is a wicked little spot. I really like this place. We're gonna put some time in here over the next few days, there's no doubt.
Meanwhile, Chris stays focused on his glassing mission. No moose have entered his line of sight, but he's hanging on to his confidence in this location.
Well, it's about to get dark. It's time to get back. I gotta pick Casey up. A lot of things can go wrong in the dark. This is a new lake. Navigation can be an issue. Just a lot of risks that you gotta avoid. So I did as much glass as I can. This is an amazing area. I can see. It's definitely the first vantage point that I've seen. It is bear territory. There's berries everywhere. So I'll be back in the morning. I'll go grab Casey and head back. It's cold, temperature's dropping, and it's dropping fast. We've been sitting up here for a couple hours now. The temperature has just plummeted. It's gotta be close to 20 degrees out right now. We have those storms moving in and out, some sleet and hail, snow. A little bit of everything earlier, and then it kind of stabilized, and now that temperature, sky opened up and the temperature is just dropping. I've been sitting up here calling on and off every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, somewhere in there for a few hours, and I swear I just heard a grunt back in here to the right somewhere. I mean, the silence out here right now is just deafening. There's not a breath of wind. I mean, nothing. But I've heard moose grunts a lot. And I swear I heard a grunt right over there. I just haven't seen anything. We're getting to the point now where it's late enough. We'll be out of shooting light here in no time, so I don't want to start calling or do anything raking. Because if that is a bull over there, he'll still be in this area in the morning.
As daylight fades, Casey picks up the welcome sound of a boat engine humming across the glassy lake. He heads back to shore to meet up with his brother to begin a cold boat ride back to base camp. where they'll spend yet another night on empty stomachs.
If I were you,
That was a cold, cold ride across there this morning. But we are separated again, back in our spots. We left out dark this morning. We pulled away from base camp. Navigation's getting a little bit better on this lake. We're starting to learn it. You know, once you find a spot that's safe, you just stay in that spot. So it's been nice to be able to kind of travel, extending our daylight hours or leaving early in the morning. So we got up, bailed out of there. It's just cracking daylight here and it's cold. Temperatures dropped down. I don't know, it's probably got to be in the 20s, I'd imagine at this point, but yeah. Casey is moose hunting, I'm bear hunting. I'm really just glassing. I can see for miles up here. Just trying to see if I can put a move on something. We'll probably stick to the plan of hunt the morning, fish in the afternoon, hunt the evening for the next couple of days at least, sticking it out and really kind of having patience. And then as the month goes on, we'll learn more about this lake and explore more while we're fishing, and that'll give us more opportunities to hunt. It's really all we can do. So this morning will be hopefully a good morning, but it's cold. It's cold. It doesn't look cold, but I'm gonna tell you right now, temperature's dropping. That's my belly rumbling right there. Oh. Belly's rumbling, which means after this morning's hunt, we're gonna have to go for a good little fish, because I'm getting hungry.
After a brisk boat ride, the Keefer brothers are once again posted up at their stations on the south end of the lake. Chris is glassing from high ground, while Casey is doubling down on the bull grunt he heard at sunset last night. Casey is calling on his bush-savvy instincts to make use of the natural materials around him. He's constructing a simple and effective firewall that will serve three important purposes. The wall will act as a rigid barrier to protect the fire from the bitter Saskatchewan wind. It will also contain and reflect the heat produced back toward Casey. As the rocks rise in temperature, they will retain heat much longer than a log retains a flame, maximizing Casey's efforts and prolonging the fire's effectiveness.
Showed yet, but a lot of times that's the moose hunting game. It's Kind of that hurry up and wait deal. It's amazing how you can call from one spot and 2 days later, sometimes even 3 days later, there'll be a moose standing right here. I mean, they can pinpoint exactly where you call from. So this is really the first full morning of calling that we've put in. Just letting the fire kind of dwindle down here. And then we're gonna probably slip out of here, wait for Chris to pick me up. Maybe go do some fishing, we'll figure it out once he gets here, but all in all, not a bad morning. Just feels good to get some calls out there, let some moose know that we're around.
You see anything?
No. How about you? Did you see anything up top?
Nothing. I can see a long way.
You didn't see anything? Huh. All right, well.
Hungry.
Hungry? Let's go fish.
Yeah.
Let's go see if we can find some fish.
I say we fish on our way back to camp and
Catch a little lunch?
yeah.
All
Eat
right.
some shore lunch.
Yeah, let's go.
Here.
Well, that didn't take long. And just like that, we pull over here and the weather changes and we're catching fish for lunch. I gotta try and reel this thing in. Here you go.
That was cool. We got into some northerns here, which is nice because we got lunch. Oh, Casey picked up a trout.
You can always tell a trout by the old head dive.
All right, so we're gonna let that one go. Let the trout go for now because we got northerns. We're gonna see if we can pick up a couple more.
Well, there we go. Just like that. Picked up a fish, which is good, and that means we got lunch. Check this out. We got
Little trout. Little trout here. How many of these a day can you catch right there? I mean, these trout are unbelievable. There's red and white in here.
After a slow, cold start to the day, the clouds have cleared, making room for some much-needed Saskatchewan sunshine. The afternoon goal was to catch supper, and the lake has provided once again. Spirits lift as the brothers head back to base camp.
Well, if the lake can keep providing, I'm good. But, man, I want to get some animals on the ground, you know?
Yeah.
I definitely want to keep hunting. It's just so hard unexplored like this.
What's different than Alaska, like, if you think about it, in Alaska, we don't have a choice but to go downriver. We can't go upriver in a raft. But here, we've got a boat and a motor. Got a great big lake and a boat and a motor, so we can go anywhere we want. We can go anywhere and explore. Although exploring and moose hunting don't really go.
Well, that's the thing. You have a moose tag and a black bear tag, and I have a black bear tag.
Yeah.
So I got to get mobile, you know? I mean, I'm going to give that another shot. I mean, I'm going to go up there. I mean, it's a beautiful area. It's a pinch point. It's between two lakes. I mean, I could see it happening there for sure. I don't know. I don't really know where else to go, you know. I haven't spent the time exploring, so it's just a matter of figuring that out.
You win some, you lose some. Chris and Casey replenish with gratitude, thankful that the lake is picking up the slack where their efforts to hunt moose have fallen short. A fireside supper gives hope for tomorrow, and although their decision to split up is something they try to avoid, they'll stay the course to increase their chances of success while they continue learning the lay of the land. In Saskatchewan, moments of sunshine are often short-lived. The snow is a reminder of one simple truth. If the brothers hope to make it through the upcoming weeks, they need to make the most of every moment they get to spend here together.